What's up, guys, and welcome back to Pour Over Finance. Michael Saylor once again buys the dip. And also, it appears that land in the Metaverse is growing faster than land in the real world. We'll discuss all of that today, right here on Pour Over Finance. So today, Chairman and CEO of MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor, as we know this guy, he buys the dip. As everyone is afraid, as there's so much fear in the markets, this guy comes out and tweets about the fact that they bought more Bitcoin. So let's just take a quick look at what's going on here in regards to the exact thing that's going on. As you can see, Bitcoin not looking so good today. We were at the $21,000 level for a few days, but as of right now, we're testing 20,000 again. Speculation of this going all the way to 1,000 is still out there, but that does not mean that everyone is afraid of what's happening in the markets. Michael Saylor buys the dip. MicroStrategy adds $10 million worth of Bitcoin at 20.8K. So the article just goes on to mention that Saylor today tweeted that he went on to purchase additional Bitcoin. MicroStrategy has purchased an additional 480 Bitcoin for $10 million at an average price of $20,817 per coin. So why this is, I guess, big news is not just the fact that he continues to buy the dip as he said he would. He also said that he would continue to buy Bitcoin at the top. But not only does that bring his organization, MicroStrategy, to almost 130 Bitcoin, 130,000 Bitcoin, 129,699 to be exact. The interesting part in all of this is the fact that as it stands right now, they have an unrealized loss of $1.4 billion. That is because I believe as it stands at $30,000 is where they were margin called. So that's somewhat interesting to be in that much debt, yet continue to buy the dip. I guess this is the ultimate. This is how rich people dollar cost average. You know, guys like us, we may have bought at 69,000 and I don't know, we're in the hole by a couple of grand. These guys are in the hole by 1.4 billion and they continue to buy the dip to DCA themselves right out of it. I am very interested to see how this is going to play out, but you know what it also does? It gives me a lot more confidence in the market, because when you see big players like this continue to forego what we would think would be common sense and just continue to buy the dip, you understand that there's real strategy involved here. To further that, we have the CEO of Binance also chiming in on this. He goes on to say, many may laugh at him now, but Saylor will get the last laugh in time. Bookmark this tweet. And that is quite frankly the truth. Anyone, we don't know for a fact. Anything can happen, right? But if you are to pay attention to the market, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a whole continues to have this extremely volatile nature where it goes up, it crashes down. And then we may enter a crypto winter for a year, 2 years, 3 years. But one thing that has always happened in terms of what we've seen from previous crypto winters, the market always comes back. And when the market does come back, it comes back stronger. And when you're purchasing Bitcoin at $20,000 per coin, $10 million worth of this, what do you think is going to happen when Bitcoin ultimately reaches back its all-time high of 69,000? What do you think is going to happen when Bitcoin breaks new all-time highs and it gets to 80,000, 90, 100,000? There's speculation that Bitcoin could be as high as $250,000 within the next 5 years. Some are even speculating up to $1 million. Whatever the case may be, what do you think is going to happen when you were buying at 20K when everyone else was extremely scared in the market? That means that you're going to come out on top. You're going to be the one winning. You're going to be the one that's laughing. So I believe that's really what the Binance CEO is pointing towards, is just the fact that if you pay attention to what's been happening, what Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy is doing is actually a real strategy, and they're the ones that are going to come out on top in the long run. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. They could be right. They could be wrong. These are volatile markets. We're potentially going to enter a period of a recession. We have no idea. We're just going to have to all sit back and watch. And if you're in this market and you choose to continue the dollar cost average and invest in it, you may come out on top in a few years. Who knows? I personally will continue the dollar cost average. There's nothing that's going to turn me away from this market. I've made mistakes in the past, and I've watched a lot of people get rich in the long run. While I ran in fear, that's not going to happen again. So we'll have to just stand by and see. Just know that despite all the fear that's out there are big players still buying the dip. All right. And moving from that, we'll get right into this article that I found to be extremely interesting. It says, Metaverse land prices boom by 879% since 2019. So what that is basically saying to us is the fact that if you're investing in Metaverse, if you're investing in Metaverse land, this is a way of building wealth overall. According to a report by Chain Analysis, virtual real estate prices have spiked by 879% from September 2019 through March 2022. On the other hand, the physical real estate prices have jumped by 39% as per the tracking indexes. Goes on to say that the growth of virtual real estate prices has managed to outnumber physical properties by 532%. So, again, I personally am not a huge investor in Metaverse. I do own Sand, which I believe I was mentioning on our last episode here. And I'll continue to buy some Metaverse. I don't necessarily know that I'll invest in Metaverse properties, but if I start to see that this market becomes a viable option, I definitely will. I will jump into it. It's something that I would consider, simply because if you think about just virtual items, such as just in video games, there are companies right now making billions of dollars on in the video game world. They're just downloadable content. People want skins for guns. They want clothing for a character, and they're paying for it. So I honestly see that this could potentially be something that will, in time, become a real investment property. And if what is being expected comes to fruition, I could definitely understand why we're seeing Metaverse land jump like this. I mean, just last year we had Snoop Dogg purchasing Metaverse land and people paying hundreds of thousands of dollars just to be able to buy land next to Snoop Dogg. So now imagine in the next 5 to 10 years where people are more invested into the Metaverse. People are actually buying these headsets. It's the reason why Facebook became Meta. They actually see a real future for this. And as more and more people start to invest into the Metaverse, if you got in early, you can make a lot of money. So I don't know. We'll have to see. If I ever do invest in Metaverse properties, you guys will be the first to know. I would like to see where this goes in the future. And hey, if I can make more money investing in actual Metaverse land than I could investing in real estate, why not? I'm just here to do better, So we'll see how that all goes. In any case, guys, that's all we've got here for you today. Very short, sweet episode here on Pour Over Finance. But please do us the favor. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you continue to keep up with what we're doing here. Drop a like on the video. We'd like to grow this channel. We'd like to get some interaction going, and commenting and likes, that really helps out. So please comment comment and like the video so that we can get some interaction going. And if you want to stick around to see more of what we're doing here, please do us a favor. hit that notification bell. It will notify you of when we're uploading more content. In either case, again, thank you guys for joining us. It's been great. Peace.